Hello, my fam. In bed with Perez today. You probably shouldn't even watch this video. It's gonna suck. Which will still be great because I'm awesome even when I am not at 100. I was crying a second ago. I just wiped my tears. Not crying from sadness, just crying from exhaustion. It's the final stretch. As I said yesterday, the final countdown. Heading to Kissimmee in a couple of days. Having to get so much work done my last few days in Los Angeles. But I wanted to be consistent and just show up for you guys because you show up for me by watching these videos. So thank you. And let me start off with some really exciting news for me. And I think for a lot of people, especially Latinas. And I include men in that group. I am now referring to us as Latinas because I'm taking the feminine. Netflix has announced that they are doing a Selena Quintanilla scripted series executive produced by her family. Bidi bidi bum bum. Bidi 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 bum. Bidi 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 bum. Cada vez. Y yo tenía una esperanza en el fondo de mi alma, que un día te quedaras tú conmigo, y aún guardaba la ilusión que alimentaba el corazón que tiene que verte como solo amigo. Y aunque viví enamorada y totalmente equivocada, no me importa. Porque esto sí fue un amor, por mi parte, lo más lindo, el más dulce amor. Que I don't even know the lyrics, I keep making them up. Que tiene que verte como solo amigo. I am delirious, but I love my life, I love my kids, I love my job, I love you, and I think that Becky G needs to play Selena. And what if J-Lo played Selena's mom? That would be pretty major. I don't know if J-Lo would do it, but she should. And nobody else but Becky G can be Selena, I think. Becky G has to be Selena. It has to happen. All right, in more TV-related news, KATHIE Lee Gifford announced today that she is departing the Today Show. I really like KATHIE Lee Gifford. She's not one of those annoying super Christian people. She just seems like a really decent, nice person. And I really trust Hoda's judge of character, and Hoda was crying, and I was crying when KATHIE Lee and Hoda got so emotional. It was beautiful. There are reports that Jenna Bush Hager is the frontrunner to replace KATHIE Lee Gifford. No. I've seen her on the Today Show. She doesn't have that oomph to her. I would rather just somebody with more spark to her. I mean, I would say Tamron Hall, but she's got her own talk show that's going to be launching on ABC. Whom would I love to see with Hoda? I got to think about it. I've got to think about it. Or even bringing back Meredith Vieira. I like Meredith Vieira. Or Ann Curry. A lot of options, but, well, Ann Curry doesn't do it for me, but Meredith I like. Meredith has that nice balance of seeming accessible and not cold, but also knowledgeable in a lot of things. Anywho, in even more TV-related news, my fam, thank you again for watching. I'm going to be shocked if anybody watches today because I told you all at the beginning not to watch. The Academy Awards are said to be considering not having a host this year, which I think actually is not a bad idea if they trim the show down to 2 hours. No host, 2 hours. With a 3.5-hour show, you need an hour. It's as simple as that, yo. And as for who would be a good host if they were going to get one, I'm still a fan of Tiffany Haddish and with Maya Rudolph. That would be fun. On my podcast this week, I suggested Lady Gaga, but I think she'd be better for next year. My podcast should be out any minute now if it's not out by the time you're watching this video. So be sure to check out the Perez Hilton podcast with Chris Booker on iTunes or directly at perezpodcast.com. My brain is in Vegas already. It's already gone from Kissimmee to Vegas. And that's because I was busy planning my itinerary of everything that I want to do while I'm there. I'm a planner. If you plan for success, you succeed. Boom. Even more TV-related news. And speaking of NBC, Sophia Bush was a guest on Dax Shepard's podcast. Not as good as my podcast. Not bad. Not a bad podcast, though. He's good. And on that podcast episode, Sophia Bush revealed that she was abused, she says in her own words, on the set of Chicago PD, and that is why she left. She literally says she was assaulted in a room full of men and nobody stopped to do anything. Well, what's almost as bad, but clearly not as bad as assaulting somebody, you know, it has been over 24 hours since she made that revelation, and NBC has not responded to her account of what happened or taken action, or at least acknowledged that she said that. Showbiz. In other news that, actually, it's not even showbiz. Like, people outside of showbiz do all sorts of crazy things. We now know even more about Nicki Minaj's boyfriend. And it turns out that this dude who spent hard time for a lot of things, including murder, was a former flame of hers, and she dated him when she was a teenager. So she's always had a soft spot for this dude. His name is Kenneth Petty, and it's just shocking to me to see all of these Nicki fans defending her. But not really. I talk about it on the podcast as well. I mean, look at Chris Brown. He's got still so many passionate fans. If Chris Brown can have a career after everything he's done, the multiple awful things he's done, not just against women, but violence towards others as well, men, people, large groups, then Nicki Minaj will be fine with her drama, okay? It is what it is. From Nicki to the much hotter rapper CARDI B, she is contemplating getting back together with Offset. An insider says Offset's trying to win Cardi. They haven't been spending time together, but she is very upset over the situation. She is torn and is trying to stay focused on business, but she doesn't want to have to co-parent Culture, but isn't quite sure if they can make their relationship work. She's going to get back together with him. Hello, Khloe Kardashian. Khloe Kardashian's inspiring all, Khloe Kardashian's telling all these women, give your men another chance. Give your man another chance. Ariana Grande, on to lighter news that are not, lighter relationship news. It's not so heavy. Ari is not dating her ex, Ricky, again. Even though she did compliment him on Instagram, she said, quote, "We're friends, everyone. Take a big old breather." Meanwhile, her former fiancé, Pete Davidson, was spotted out on a date. Good for him. On to some wacky news. Karl Lagerfeld gave the most ridiculous interview in which he reveals he only eats burgers. He can't eat chicken or steak because he doesn't like to look at anything that was once alive. Well, then be a vegan or a vegetarian. He also talks about how he doesn't check the internet or Facebook. He has never voted. And he only flies private, but only when he has the entire plane to himself. He once had to fly private with his assistants, and it was awful. This dude is just whack-a-doodle. Also, Megan Fox reveals that she feels rejected by the public and, quote, says, "I was ahead of my time, and people weren't able to understand. Instead, I was rejected because of qualities that are now being praised in other women coming forward. And I feel because of my experience, I feel it's likely that I will always be just out of the collective understanding." What a Gwyneth Paltrow thing for her to say. Oops. In other news, I'll have the link down below so you can read, see, hear everything that I talk about. We now know what led to Mel B's accident that, according to her, left her with a severed hand. According to a source close to the Spice Girl, thank God I have this beard because it's hiding my double chin right now. If I didn't, this angle would not be very flattering. I'm kind of making this video for me. That tired, people. Anyways, she was staying at a friend's house in London over the weekend and got up in the middle of the night, and while walking down a narrow set of unfamiliar stairs, she fell. Allegedly, they claim that she was not on any substance, drugs, or alcohol, and that she was tested when she went to the hospital. We'll see about that. I mean, time will tell. It's just weird. It's so weird. I'm inclined to believe drugs or alcohol, you know. CAREY HART, Pink's husband, has been criticized for going riding on a motorbike with his 1-year-old son. First of all, the son is literally almost 2. He turns 2 this month. Secondly, he is a professional motorbike racer. I don't see any problem with the kid. The kid did have a helmet on, and I doubt he was going fast. Y'all need to mind your own business. And finally, oh, no, not finally. That was weird. Anyways, some more couples news. I put this in the wrong place. Jennifer Garner is taking things slow with her new boyfriend. She put the brakes on the relationship. Really successful business dude. Seemed like the best of everything because he wasn't famous. He was under the radar. But when news broke of her relationship, she slowed down and doesn't want to get that serious. Wah, wah. If he was the one, though, I don't think she would slow down. It maybe just ran its course. It's probably over. Slow down means over, right? On to some positive news. Sheen has announced that he is 1 year sober. Good for you, Charlie. Y'all, unless you're dead, it's never too late to start over again. And you know what? Even though I'm exhausted today, I feel like there have been a lot of kernels of greatness in this video. A lot of really fun moments and some wisdom here. You have all that it takes to turn your life around if you want to, or go in a different direction, or turn your life back, or do whatever you want. You are in control of your life. Life is not in control of you. I'm not done yet, though. I will be done after I congratulate Colleen, which I think that's how you pronounce her name. I thought it was Colleen, but Miranda Sings. I think her name is pronounced Colleen from videos I've seen. Her cute gay bestie, Corey, calls her Colleen. Is he single? Am I too old? How old is he? He's really cute. Anyways, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it's Colleen, right? Anyways, she just gave birth to her first child. Congratulations to her and her baby daddy. And babies are the best gift of life, the most amazing blessing. And I send you my love and blessings and gratitude for watching this video. If you want to be even more amazing, hit the like button, leave a comment, follow, subscribe, share. Bye.